Okay, so this is the Frontier Opening Bell, Friday, the 30th of June. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. I am Busi Namafai. Of course, we're finishing off with the month, with the week, as well as the first half of the year. This was how the markets finished off across a number of markets on Thursday, where trading was open. Nigerian market was closed. The stock market was also closed in Dar es Salaam, in Tanzania, and a few other countries, including North Africa. So you've seen Nigerian market closed. The Egyptian market also closed for the day. The South African market up by 0.08%, just a very small blip in line with the rest of the emerging markets. The BRVM better by 0.25%, 198.7. The Nairobi stock market, of course, was down by 0.02%. Let's take that very quickly out of the way and get on to look at big stories making headlines across the East African corridor as we get on to see the final trading day of June and begin to say welcome to the month of July. The weak shillings and global interest rate rises is costing Kenya about 27 billion shillings in foreign debt repayments. In the meantime, Safaricom has appointed the MTN former executive as the CEO for his Safaricom Ethiopia business. The whole Ethiopian business for Safaricom is still work in progress, by the way. And Uganda's revenue authority says they're looking at a higher compliance and 39% revenue growth on digital tax solutions, which is now being provided to ensure that every shilling is in the kitty of the President Museveni's government. And Uganda and Mauritius on the island of the Indian Ocean has reached a new deal on double taxation between both countries and try to resolve that to ease business. And Rwanda says it's looking at investors for sustainable packaging solutions. Rwanda is one of the African countries that's moving very speedily as far as sustainable energy or renewable energy is concerned. And that's some good news from East Africa. Let's take on back to West Africa, where the new administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been receiving accolades from around the world, from investment banking such as Goldman Sachs, Renaissance Capital, and a couple of others. The few shots that have been fired by the new president within the last 30 days of his assumption of office, May the 29th, which includes foreign exchange reforms as well as the removal of fuel subsidies. According to the latest report, the subsidy removal and the FX reforms, the Naira is currently trading around 700 to the US dollar, and that is expected to tame a little bit to around 650, according to the latest from Goldman Sachs. In the meantime, OPEC is shorting out Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, as well as Reuters from its June 3 to 4 meeting in Vienna. And Central Bank of Nigeria today will be rolling over roughly 187 billion naira in 3 dated papers. Is the first and the final auction of the primary markets auction that the financial regulator will be doing in the week and for the month. We expect to see overnight lending rates, liquidity tight a little bit today when the market closed for the week. And the Council of Ministers of the West African Monetary Union says about 7% growth is the forecast for the region's 2023 full year by the end of the year, was 6 months in the kitty already. And the BRVM listed BICRCI will be paying about 6.6 billion CFA franc as net dividend as gross dividend to shareholders, and that will be coming through at the end of July. That's for full year 2022, by the way. And the Bank of England, Bank of Ghana, has penalized Fidelity Bank and First National Bank of Ghana for FX malpractices. Their FX licenses has been withdrawn. The central bank in Ghana has warned every other market dealer to behave themselves as far as the rules and regulations of the FX market is concerned. The International Monetary Fund and Mauritanian Investment Bank are looking to support each other. The Mauritanian Investment Bank has gotten some funding from the IFC to support small businesses and trade in the country western of the Sahara. Okay, so let's look into Southern Africa. Of course, South Africa is moving ahead with the BRICS hosting of the BRICS summit, which is taking place in August. Despite the warrant for the arrest of Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, by the International Criminal Court of Justice in The Hague, it's been a bit of a front back by South Africa, whether it should host a summit and whether President Putin will be allowed to step on the soil of South Africa as one of the heads of state of the BRICS community. Let's see how that goes. BMW, one of the world's leading luxury automaker, says it's pumping additional 4.2 billion rand in these operations in South Africa, while Fitch Ratings says Eskom's 245 billion rand debt forgiveness or debt relief by the Ramaphosa administration will be good for the government in terms of funding and liquidity. And the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange says FS Securities and 3 of the directors remain suspended from the market until the 6th of August. And H&M shares in South Africa says shares jump about 11% because of the summer collection boosts in profit of the retailer. And Zambia's inflation eased to about 9.9%. That's just a trace from 9.8% from 9.9% in the month of May, on the back of the reforms and the reforms by President Hichilema in his side of his administration, as well as the latest $6.3 billion debt relief that Lusaka was able to achieve from the creditors just about a week or so ago. Those are your headlines today from the Southern Africa. Let's finish off in North Africa, where markets remain closed for the Eid al-Adha Muslim holiday. Of course, the markets will be reopened formally fully on Monday. We expect Egypt to be back on the trading day on Sunday. Egypt is looking to raise additional production to about 4.3 trillion Egyptian pounds for its fiscal year 2023-2024, while Sound Energy gets about $237 million financing from Attijari Wafa Bank for gas operations in Morocco. And the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development is giving about 50 million euros in credits to the Bank of Africa to support small and medium enterprises in Morocco. The World MSMEs Day was held earlier this week. And finally, Indian cable maker Indo Composite says it's opening a new plant in Tangier, Morocco. And that is congratulations on getting more industries and business done in north of the continent. That's your Frontier opening bell this Friday. Thank you for being there for the month of June and the first half of the year. See you back in July.